Senator GODSWILL Akpabio has made a stunning announcement that is sending shockwaves across the political landscape of Nigeria. The Senate president has ordered his legal team to withdraw all pending lawsuits he had filed against Senator Natasha Akpoti and 8 other individuals. This decision comes after he attended a New Year's service where a sermon about forgiveness and letting go of past grievances touched his heart deeply. Akpabio confirmed this development in a statement released on New Year's Day, making it clear that he was moved by the spiritual message he received and felt compelled to start the year on a path of peace and reconciliation. The lawsuits in question were defamation cases that Akpabio had instituted against various people who he claimed had made damaging statements about him. Among those affected by this withdrawal are not just Senator Natasha Akpoti, but also several journalists and social media commentators who had been facing legal action from the Senate president. The decision to drop these cases is being seen as a major shift in approach from Akpabio, who had previously been quite determined to pursue these legal battles to their conclusion. His statement emphasized that the sermon delivered during the New Year service made him reflect on the importance of forgiveness and starting fresh, which ultimately led him to this decision. Senator Natasha Akpoti, who represents Kogi Central Senatorial District, had been one of the most prominent figures entangled in these legal disputes with Akpabio. The nature of their disagreement stemmed from public statements and political exchanges that had taken place over recent times. While the specifics of what triggered the lawsuit against her have been subjects of public discussion, what is clear now is that Akpabio has decided to let it all go. This move is particularly significant because it shows a willingness to put political differences aside and embrace a more harmonious working relationship within the Senate. The timing of this announcement is quite interesting because it comes right at the beginning of a new year, a time when many people make resolutions and commitments to change certain aspects of their lives. For Akpabio, this appears to be his way of turning over a new leaf and setting a tone of unity and cooperation for the legislative year ahead. The fact that he made this decision after attending a religious service also highlights the role that faith and spirituality play in the lives of many Nigerian leaders. The sermon that inspired this change reportedly focused on the power of forgiveness and the burden that holding grudges can place on a person's spirit. What makes this story even more compelling is the number of people affected by this decision. 9 individuals in total will see the lawsuits against them dropped, which means that Akpabio's gesture of reconciliation is quite extensive. These individuals have been facing the stress and financial burden of defending themselves in court, so this news undoubtedly comes as a huge relief to them. The withdrawal of these cases also frees up judicial resources and allows everyone involved to move forward without the cloud of litigation hanging over their heads. Now, if you are enjoying this breakdown and you want to stay updated on the latest developments in Nigerian politics, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss important stories like this. Your support really helps us bring you more content. The reaction to Akpabio's announcement has been mixed across different sections of Nigerian society. Some people are praising him for showing maturity and leadership by choosing forgiveness over confrontation. They see this as a positive example for other political leaders to follow, especially in a country where political disputes often escalate into prolonged legal battles and personal vendettas. Others are approaching this development with skepticism, wondering whether there might be other factors at play beyond just the spiritual awakening Akpabio claims to have experienced. Regardless of what people think about his motivations, the fact remains that these lawsuits are being withdrawn, and that is a tangible outcome that will have real effects on the lives of those involved. For Senator Natasha Akpoti, this development represents a victory of sorts. She has been known as a vocal and fearless politician who is not afraid to speak her mind, even when it means going against powerful figures in the political establishment. The fact that she was facing a defamation lawsuit from the Senate president did not seem to dampen her spirit or silence her voice. And now that the case is being dropped, she can continue her work in the Senate without this legal distraction. The broader implications of this story extend beyond just the individuals directly involved in these lawsuits. It raises important questions about freedom of speech, the use of defamation lawsuits in political discourse, and the role that forgiveness and reconciliation can play in our public life. So, what do you think about Senator Akpabio's decision to withdraw all these lawsuits? Do you see it as a genuine act of forgiveness and reconciliation, or do you think there might be other factors at play? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below because I would really love to hear what you think about this developing story.